This next adventure has me pretty excited and just really interested as a whole, even a little nervous because although I'm not participating in the actual competition, I am thinking about participating in the future, and if I love it as much as I think I'm going to, I might just have to dive in and do one of these myself. It is the 2021 Mini Chase. They're labeling it the Secrets of the Ozarks. So what is a mini chase? A mini chase is a small version of a large cannonball run. Not cannonball run you do at your local dealership or your local tavern. This is a cannonball run done by historical motorcycles. In order to compete in this mini chase, you need to be riding a motorcycle manufactured between 1930 and 1960.
I've always been big on personal challenges. The vintage bikes are absolutely phenomenal, and you get to hang out with the same like-minded people.
Now, if you know anything about old motorcycles, and I don't know a lot, that is a much more difficult bike to ride than what, say, I'm used to riding around the country on. These bikes have, even just a process to get them started can be lengthy. The mechanics aren't there like the bikes of today. The suspension's not there like the bikes of today. The horsepower's not there. The transmission's not there. The smooth ride isn't there. It is a difficult, strenuous bike to ride. Maybe not downtown for a sandwich, but certainly across the country, it's very difficult. And this ride, even though it's a mini chase, you're still gonna be going over 1,340 miles between July 5th and July 10th. So that's like 250 miles a day average on one of these old motorcycles. Now, like I said before, I am not gonna partake in it. I'm not gonna be on an old bike because frankly, I don't own one of those old bikes. But I'm super interested in the style of riding because they require you to do a lot of things. For example, in this mini chase, you cannot have any support crew or any support team, anything like that. Anything that you're gonna have with you to repair your bike, keep your bike running, make it those 250 miles a day, you have to be carrying on your bike, just like you would have done had you been riding across America in 1940. Now you do have an opportunity to ride in this event should you want to. You've got until June 7th to register and sign up and partake in this, and then I'd see you out there on the road and get some shots of you riding your old school motorcycle. That, frankly, I find very impressive. So the whole thing is organized and orchestrated really well. They're gonna let the bikes go, you take off. You have to do everything by roll charts. Now, if you know what a roll chart is, this is like, you know, taking you back in the day. It's how they used to navigate. They didn't used to have cell phones and GPSs to tell them where to turn and where to go and music playing and cruise control. They used to have a roll chart that would tell them, hey, go this many miles and take a left turn here. Go that many miles, take a right turn there. Much more attentive riding is required and much more skill to navigate the course. And that's exactly how you get your directions should you attend this chase. That in itself is very neat to me. I love the idea of going with the period motorcycles and the period correct navigation. You truly have to be so much, like I said, so much more aware on the road. It's exciting, you know? I like to find new things in motorcycles to do. I dove into off-roading and took off across America coast to coast on a dirt bike, taking as many off-road trails as I could, knew nothing about it. I'm finding the chase to be kind of exhilarating like that, looking at it and seeing like what it would take to actually navigate that nearly 1,500 miles on a 1930 or a 1940 motorcycle. If you've seen them or you've ever been around them, you know it's impressive. Another really cool feature about this is the routes are secret. That means every day you're gonna be given your roll chart at the beginning of the day, and you don't know where you're going or where you're ending. The hotels and the check-in points are all pre-arranged, and they'll be on there and they'll be set up and waiting for you. And should you break down and have something catastrophic to where you cannot repair your bike, you do have the security of a sweep vehicle that'll be coming behind everybody to pick up bikes that may need to be picked up. But they're gonna get you to the hotel and drop you off, and you're back on your own to figure it out from there. So a little bit more security than you'd have had back in the day, but still you pretty much gotta be a traveler and savvy of the traveling ways to make it through this trip. Other cool things they're gonna have where you can win points. It does become a bit of a competition. Miles completed that you actually rode. It's check-in points, hitting all of those, and they even have a little questionnaire that you get to fill out for points about the route you took and some of the local landmarks and things like that that you passed by. So it really makes it important to pay attention to what's around you and your actually trip. It's kind of neat, man. I spend so many miles banging across this country on interstates, even on back roads for that matter, at really high speeds, just trying to get to the next destination or the next rally or the next party or the next meet and greet or the next whatever it may be, that sometimes you forget to just slow down and take in the riding. At least I know I do. I don't know, maybe a lot of you do too. Let me know in the comments below if you can relate to this, because it is, for me, something I struggle with. Often I get on these trips and I've got two agendas. One, I gotta get to point B. Two, I need to capture on camera my trip from point A to point B. So getting the right shots and getting to the destination in a timely fashion becomes just a grind for me, right? I'm just out there trying to knock down the miles. This is intriguing to me because it would give me an opportunity to really just slow down and appreciate the countryside, appreciate the landmarks, appreciate the historical things and the old bridges and the little creeks and, you know, the little towns with their character. It would really force you to slow down because a lot of these bikes' top speed is going to be 45 miles an hour, y'all. I mean, you don't have a choice but to sit back and relax. It's kind of like going somewhere without Wi-Fi. It gives you a little anxiety at first, but then after you accept it, it's like you can kind of unplug and you can kind of appreciate the things that people used to appreciate before we had all this mess. This mini chase is very much the same, and I think it's pretty cool. I'm honestly very excited about it. So here's the deal. There's less than 10 spots available to get in on this thing. They limit the number of people that can attend because everything's all planned out. So if you want to be one of the last 10 to get in this thing and go on this trip with me, you just go to themotorcyclechase.com. You can register. You can be one of the last people to get in and go on this trip with me. I will tell you, it is leaving Cape Girardeau and will end in Cape Girardeau. So it's a full circle. And there's a big party in the beginning, an even bigger party at the end. They've had thousands of people show up to these parties. And it's cool because they go into these old towns and these people, you know, want to see the bikes and filling up at the gas stations, and there's opportunities to conversate. I think the whole thing's really rad. I wish I had a motorcycle that I could do it on where I could actually partake and show you all from a participant's point of view. But this year, I'm just gonna go on probably my Harley or my Indian, and I'm just gonna film what all these other people are going through, get a good feel for it, and maybe I'll be able to find an older motorcycle to partake in one in the future. I just think it's super cool. I just wanted to share this with y'all, tell you about it. I didn't really know that much about it until I started looking into it. I figured y'all might like to have a little information about something really cool happening in the motorcycle culture and the motorcycle travel culture, which is really my home. It's what I love. I don't do a lot of wheelies and stunts and fancy stuff. I like to see the country. I like to meet the people, and I think this is a really cool way to do it. Go check it out. Go look it up. Even if you're not going to participate, you can follow online. I'll even drop some secrets day ofs of the towns we're going to be hitting. You know, I'm going to be in probably half of a 1,300 mile radius around Cape Girardeau. If you happen to be in that area, maybe you can come meet up with us, see some of these cool old bikes. If nothing else, you can catch us on the 10th in Cape Girardeau, and we can hang out there as well. Listen, y'all, I hope you enjoyed hearing about this little adventure I'm gonna take. I hope maybe some of you find it as interesting as I do. If you do, smash that thumbs up down there. Let me know. I have some people out there that are also interested in this old era of motorcycling. I think it's really cool, and I think it's a bug that could bite me pretty quick. Either way, if you sign up, I'll see you there. If you don't, maybe I'll see you at the party. Either way, I will see you right here on my YouTube channel, Adam Sandoval. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. If you're watching on one of my other channels, please take the time to go over to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button. It's 100% free for you. You'll get all my content a day sooner than you will on any of my other platforms, and you help me to continue to do what I love every day. I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I feel like I am living the dream that our American veterans fight for every day. I think I'm going to end with my closing statement to stay stubborn, and I got to give that one to all you who are going to be out there on these old motorcycles riding them across the country. It's going to be difficult. Y'all get it in your head. Y'all stay stubborn, and I'll see you on the finish line.